Capitaf, a special place to help further Milton Friedman's legacy not only with the breathtaking views but with his ideals of advancing human well-being through free market capitalism. Capitaf is a one-of-a-kind space for discussion and contemplation of Friedman's ideas and their practical application to the many public policy issues that citizens in a free society must grapple with on a daily basis. This event helped ensure that Friedman's public policy ideas for advancing increased freedom and prosperity are being passed down to new generations of leaders.
Hi, I'm Connor Dick. I'm from Ottawa University out in Arizona. I just want to thank you for this great opportunity to be able to come out here and kind of like dive really deeper into economics. So being an engineering student, not really getting much background information into this, going into my MBA here pretty soon, this has been a great opportunity for me to be able to get a chance to see it the business world, but see it kind of from Milton's perspective, be able to see it for what it really could be if like the economic side would kind of take over, and just the balance between like the economic and like political freedom has been a really big eye-opener for myself personally.
Is that what you thought was most important?
Yeah.
Was learning about the importance of the political freedom?
Yeah, by far, because I always saw them as two separate things, where the business world and the political world were going to be different, but after reading these books and going through these discussions, it's very clear now that the two are very tied closely together.
What area did you think was most important on between all the stuff we talked about, education and other things?
I think the international like affairs, like I think it was Colson who kind of led us through that a little bit, and just how like international policy between two different nations, how there's a little bit more to it than one would suspect.
Okay, great.
Hi, I'm Colson France. I'm a student at ASU Law School in Phoenix, Arizona, and I graduated from Grand Canyon University with a degree in finance and economics. Thank you so much for the opportunity to come to Capitaf here and spend a week with 5 other students and an awesome professor. I hope you have the opportunity at some point to see the view that's here. I'm actually looking out at it right now talking with you, and it's phenomenal. There's a pond down there that we spent some time swimming at earlier this week, and the conversations have been so impactful. Going to GCU and studying economics, I'd studied the ideas of Adam Smith and the free market and the power that exists there, but this week has really cemented those ideas in my mind and helped me see that increased government regulation is not the way to go, whether that's in occupational licensing or in something like the FDA. Those really aren't productive and beneficial for our society.
How would it all work? What did you think was Milton's key ingredient that helped open your eyes that we don't need to turn to government?
The free market's really the key ingredient there, that if we turn over licensing to the free market, that it can handle it. We can have private enterprise that steps up and handles licensing, for example, and it's really the power of choice that we as consumers, as individuals, should have the right to choose what clothes we want to buy, what doctors we want to go to, etc.
Hello, my name is Connor Keene. I'm a senior studying finance and economics at Grand Canyon University, and I just want to give a big thank you to the donors of this trip. Actually, a week and a half ago, I got an email from the lead professor. I had no idea about this trip. Honestly, I don't think I had even heard about Mr. Friedman or Rose. And I kind of took a chance on going with the trip, but I am extremely, extremely excited that I did it. I've learned some incredible things, solidified some different ideas that will stick with me forever, and so just a huge thank you to any of the donors who were a part of this.
Which topic did you think was the most compelling for you?
I think the one thing that really stood out to me was just challenging the status quo and always looking to ask questions, and I know that's something that Mr. Friedman did throughout his whole life, and he raises it through all the books that I've read, so definitely that.
All right, thanks.
Hi, I'm Brittany England. I'm from West Virginia University, and this was definitely a great experience for me because it opened my mind to a lot. And I want to say thank you to everybody that donated, because I definitely got to spend time with a lot of intellectual people, and it opened my mind to people from different backgrounds, and everything was seeing their insight. And it also definitely gave me a different outlook on life, reading Freeman's book, and this was definitely just an eye-opening experience for me.
What topic did you think was more important from the readings?
Well, the one that I personally liked the most was the topic about schools, just because that is what I consider like the foundational aspect of everything. So once we fix things like that, I think then that will give a basis for everything else to start changing.
All right, great, thanks.
Hi, my name is Lizeth Lobato. I'm coming from Ottawa University in Kansas. This experience has probably been the best one ever yet because you have an amazing view. You have people that are so educated here. You have so many faculty and members coming in, guest speakers. And like it's just been so amazing because you learn about everything. I mean, if you're living in a poor-ranked, educated state like me, myself, it's very hard to get this learning experience. So I am very fortunate to have had this experience.
What did you learn about education that you thought was important from the material?
So the vouchers, the voucher plan that Milton actually expressed in one of his chapters, chapter 6 specifically, he actually mentioned something that I have been thinking throughout so many years. I try to advocate it sometimes in front of politicians I meant, and it's been, very eye-opening too, why we should have that, but something that we do contradict is transportation costs for sure. That's something that we are trying to figure out what we can implement into that voucher plan that Milton Friedman does suggest.
All right, thanks.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Roayo. I'm from Zimbabwe originally, but I'm a resident in Mexico, and I study in Ottawa, Kansas. I love this, or really enjoyed this experience because I got to learn a lot about, the importance of freedom, importance of economic freedom and political freedom, and have different views presented to me, and it was just all in all great experience for myself.
Which idea did you think was the most important that we learned about?
I think one that I found interesting was the one about equality, how, usually we argue that it's, the government's place to put these laws or, restrictions in place, or policies that encourage equality. But with the market system, we see that this kind of happens naturally. It might take time, but it's a more solid way of reaching equality, I feel like.
Excellent, thanks.